Welcome everybody. What's up? Good morning, good Monday. It's the best I felt on a Monday in a long time. Not the greatest result in our simul last night, but there were some interesting games on the positive side. I usually have some time pressure issues. Lately it's been a long time since I had a say undefeated simul or something like that. Either these simuls are getting stronger or I'm getting weaker, and I don't know which one it is. So welcome everybody. What's up? Asterbait, Excel Poker, Repoon, Schieberspieler's here. We've got two VIPs between Asterbait and Schieberspieler. Alright, we got 3 challenges already. I feel like playing some chess. What's going on? It's mid-September. Getting toward the later stages of the month. November, World Championship. That should be interesting, although I think Magnus Carlsen is still major favorite. BSR Bisurdar Chess, welcome. Be afraid, very afraid. Alright, let's just get started to play some Blitz. 5+3 challenges, please. Schieberspieler, where were you for your team classical tournament? Studying for school? Back to school? Now, Mondays I normally feel awful, but it seems like I had a good, relatively normal sleep last night, which is unusual for Mondays. I never play e5 against Repoon. It's hard as an adult learner to start playing classical openings. I didn't play e4 until I was like 19 years old. Although sometimes we used to play it in Blitz, and I never played e4, e5. I can count on my hands the amount of tournament games where I've played e4, e5. Holy moly, Juicebox Wizard is here. Juicebox Wizard, long time. What's up, man? Former regular participant here. You have not seen in ages. Are you okay, man? Anyway, I gotta play a little faster, talking too much. Not Aliakin today. I play everything, you know. I mean, I play tons of openings in Blitz, not so much over the board in long games, but I have a really wide Blitz repertoire. It's simul repertoire. Yesterday I played some. Okay, I mean the other thing is that I'm not, in my simuls I am playing a lot of different openings that I don't know that well. So that's part of the fun of it, though. If I really took every game like with my best possible defenses, I could have a better score, but man, I hate the 4 knights. You don't know how much. How much do I hate the freaking 4 knights? 3 knights is maybe even worse. Let's see how we can play this. There's gotta be something interesting here. Bishop c4. That's not such a typical move. So I can play d6, knight c6. I mean, obviously even castles. Castles is always good. Halloween is coming. It's so weird, like, not living in the United States. Halloween was such a major thing for me when I was a kid. And to live in Hungary where, it's like this pseudo thing. Not even a real thing. It's a weird thing to be missing that. Aspie, we know it's your favorite holiday. For sure. Alright, so basically we have a 4 knights, so like a modified 4 knights. His bishop's actually on a better square. But I don't have to worry about knight c6. What do I do here? Yeah, good question. So I don't have a lot of experience playing these type of positions. I don't like this move. This doesn't feel like the right idea. And in retrospect, I remember now playing Riku in one previous game. Now it comes to me that we did have a previous game, and he did play the 4 nights. Halloween is huge in the US. When you're a little kid, it's like more important. It's almost more important than Christmas. It's, it's kind of like, maybe now it's become less popular than when I was a kid, but I mean, it was a really close call between Halloween and Christmas. How excited you get. I imagine in the UK it's fairly popular, but in Hungary it's almost non-existent. I'm sure it's the same. All Hallows Eve. It originated in the UK or in Europe. Druidic traditions and stuff. Alright. Dude, I'm just not... I don't know what to play here. Boom. Knight G5. Whatever. I'll just take. Hit the road, Jack. Yo. What is that? What is that? My good friends. These kind of positions, kids chess. I don't know about kids chess, but it's like boring chess. Wow, this is pretty crazy. Did you see what he did here? That's insane. Are you serious? I don't understand why Rikun likes to play on my stream. He seems to be solely interested in playing Bullet. Solely. He's 1580 in classical. That's pretty disturbing. I'm not even going to commentate the games with him anymore, If the only thing that matters is like moving fast, then why even bother commentating the game? Like, we're just not even thinking, so why am I putting myself at a handicap? So he can play for time against me. It's kind of like the people in my simuls who don't use any time. What's a solid move? Not my move for sure. Juicebox Wizard, what position were you talking about when you said it looks like a study? I wanted to play Queen G4, and I should have. It was much better. This is just better. I'm like afraid of 95. I'm just taking his pawn away. Queen G4, 95, Queen H4, and I'm just winning. 2 pawns up for nothing. It was a much better move. Be afraid. I don't know how to explain this to you, but you don't give away moves like that. I mean, you should really know that. Everybody saw Bishop F6, but still, you don't announce the move that looks like it wins a piece while I'm playing. I mean, you should understand that. Like, luckily he's not winning a piece, but it's really bad for him to do that. You don't sit there and you're like, Bishop F6. You know, come on. Why are you like giving him that move? That could have like won a piece for my opponent. Why would you say that? He doesn't need any help, dude. He has like 4 minutes against 1 in this position. And you're giving him moves? Thanks. No, you don't say the moves, and he's done that before. I mean, you're like, if you were watching a live Blitz game in the park or in a chess cafe or something, would you like call out the move Bishop F6 if we were in real person in live? Like, everyone would kill you. He suddenly started thinking when he's a pawn down in a lost position. That's what I've been telling him for, I don't know, 3 months since he's watching my stream. Think before you have a lost position. That's the point. Yesterday I was saying, Excel Poker has good, he has good time management skill. I'm a little tired of this guy playing just for time. Every time we play. It's sort of sad. And really exaggerated. Look at his ratings. How can anybody be, 2100 in Bullet and 1500 in Classical? Dude, slow down. I'm tired. I'm like wasting my breath. How frustrating it is, like as a coach, to try to help people and they never listen. Like you just want to like bang your head on the wall. Alright guys, so what's up? I thought we had more challenges. Now it's just making March. Where did everybody go? Man, I hate this opening. How the heck does one play for a win? Maybe Hare Krishna's Bishop D6 against the 4 knights. Lead chess bug. Oof, I was worried, man. Looks like I have to play it like this. Yeah. There's nothing suspicious about this. He said his coach said he's 2,200 in 5 minutes. I guess so. Walter Brown is definitely playing for a win here. If you don't know how to think, then this is the perfect endgame for you. I lost to Schieberspieler here. See, that's apt ending for that game. Of course, it should be a draw. But if you can't think, you can just like move instantly. You're gonna be in trouble in this kind of end game. That requires actual thought. See, Walter Brown, this is a famous story from the 90s where Grandmaster Walter Brown had some game with the national master, senior master Thomas Wolski in California and some open. And somehow the game was like ruled a draw by the tournament director or something, and Brown was hysterical. And he said there was some rule about no losing chances, or the arbiters made a judgment call and ruled it a draw, and Brown freaked out. And he said to Wolski, like, I'll bet you $100 or something that I can beat you in this rook and knight ending. And Wolski was like, okay, I'll take your bet or whatever. The game was officially a draw, but Brown bet him that he could beat him, and they played it out, and he actually beat him. A 2,400 USCF master. It should be a draw, of course. It's relatively easy if you know the drawing mechanism. But that's why thinking is necessary. Chess it's not an easy game. Just clicking the mouse, as Excel Poker knows, is not good enough. Alright. But I also, as I said, I lost to Schieberspieler in time pressure in that too. If you don't have enough time, it's very tough. But he's not even using his time. You gotta study like fundamental endgames. Yeah, but please don't anybody like give my opponent's moves when they have like a 4-1 time advantage against me. He told him bishop takes f6. I mean, dude, that almost wins a piece. I'm lucky that I didn't lose a piece there. The Lead Chess challenge system is weird. Yeah, the challenge is, I don't know what the bug is. It just comes and goes. Alright, let's try Escaping again. I don't normally play this these days, but I had a sort of... Yeah, just a sort of warm-up game with the knight and rook versus rook. To warm up for our first game today. No big deal. I'm trying to think. I might have won a tournament game against a weak player once with rook and knight versus rook. I can't remember if it ever happened. I think maybe once. But I'm really not even certain about that. This is a strange move here. I think the bishop is misplaced. I don't know, but maybe there's some interesting stuff here. Welcome everybody. Stressful first game. I just came out of the simul where people are trying to flag me to a BLITZ stream where my first opponent is 99% playing for time. Alright, it's a good, it's a good time. I hate it when people try to rush me when I'm trying to eat. I hate that. I guess it's just me, my personality. I don't like being rushed. So that's why I hate people playing for time. I feel like I'm being rushed. What's up, Arsenal fan? I was very angry about the loss to you yesterday in the simul. In my knight g8 Alyekin. Because it was my dumbest loss. Like, it should have been a draw. That was the dumbest blunder. It was funny, like, in my periphery, in my sort of... when I made the losing move, in my subconscious, I saw, like, wait, I'm losing the A pawn or something. But I even, like, double-checked and didn't consciously realize I'm just dropping it. And then somewhere in my subconscious it was there. That was a good game by you, though. Should have been a draw. You were better, but not enough to win. Shouldn't have been enough to win, I should say. Alright, this is 5-minute chess, though. I gotta learn to play faster. But it's hard when it's like the first BLITZ game I've played in 3 days. Is that guy. Yeah, King D7 in our game was like something that occurred to me at the last second. I was gonna play something else. I remember consciously realizing only at the last second about that move. But I would say a standard idea. King safety is paramount. So where you put your king is one of the most important decisions you can make in a chess game. And there's exceptional positions where you're doing something like non-traditional like that. No pawn moves. Homie, don't make pawn moves. Who else was playing like this recently that I noted? It wasn't Dhruv Goal, it was someone else. Oof. I actually have to check for like knight d5 sacrifices. With no king on e8, I'm actually worried about this. You guys need to think more. It's an increment blitz game. It's not 5-0. Bob was here the other day, actually, Juicebox Wizard. An Arsenal fan. Did you see him? No, you missed him. I said, oh man, Arsenal fan would be happy Bob's back. But I didn't even think of you, Juicebox Wizard, because you're another partner in crime. Because you haven't been here. We gave up on you almost. I hope everything's okay. With you, JBW. So I get the challenges popping in and out. I don't know if they'll ever finish that. Ever fix it, I mean. K-Bop. K-Bop is challenging your rated. Can you please change your rated challenge, K-Bob? Making March. Excel Poker should be next. But Making March, I don't know. One of those guys. Got another guy from Israel with just 16 games. I don't play people who have new accounts without 100 games. Sorry, person with 16 games, but... Dude, look at this brilliancy. Speaking of brilliancies, Rook e3. Tactical genius. Arsenal was just talking about genius. I just missed that completely. That's a great move. Plus it gives them like attacking chances. You're lucky to be designated a red zone in Vietnam? Wanna play hot dog? I take challenges who are subscribers first. So Excel Poker, Making March, Hey It's Miro, Arsenal fan, they're all subscribers. But the non-subscribers can play after those guys are through. The Alaska State Championship was this weekend, but it was held online, and I couldn't find anything about it at all. That sucks. The great thing about the Alaskan online championship is that anyone can play. Oh man. You don't have to even be from Alaska. But you know, when you have things like a state championship, like in Massachusetts, for example, you know, anyone was welcome to play. It's just that like the title goes to the best scoring state resident. Probably the same thing with Alaska. You know, it's open to everyone, but you have to be from Alaska to win the title, typically. How strong is the Alaskan champion? Is there like a 2000? Brian Smith is from Alaska, but he hasn't lived there in like 15 years. No, I mean, renowned Grandmaster and right-wing political supporter Brian Smith is an Alaskan native. I never thought I'd see the day where there was a Grandmaster from Alaska, but it's true. But he, you know, he immigrated to the mainland USA to become a chess player. Queen b2, Queen b2. It doesn't work, damn. Maybe I should still play Queen b2 just to break up his pawn structure. Nah, there's too much danger there. That's funny, man. couple experts, national masters that don't play much. Yeah, they didn't move to Alaska for the chess tournaments, or if they were born there. It's amazing they became national masters. But if you take a state like where I used to live in Massachusetts, I mean, there are some smaller chess clubs from the western part of the state where there's a lot less, it's a lot less populous, for example. There's these sort of small time national masters got their title at the local chess club, but they're really not that strong. Maybe I should sack the exchange there. I think the city masters, what I'm trying to say is the city masters are stronger than the country masters in general. Because you're going to have, you're going to have stronger competition. Those guys are facing stronger competition in general. The city masters. Country masters are weak. He's not giving up. He's got the awesome non-flagging skill. He gets down to like really low on his increments every move, and then comes up with a response. Stay sober. Yo, that's a serious threat, dude. Dude, it's so weird. I had like a psychic premonition he would play that. But you're down like 17 pawns here. That's not a good idea. Nigel Short played a Simon at the Pool Chess Club in the 90s. That was when Arsenal fan was in diapers. Making March. Hey, it's Miro. Arsenal fan. Alright, all you guys are subscribers except for number 4. Literally. It's weird how old I am, you know? It's weird to adjust and think about like Nigel Short as like an old guy when I always thought of him as kind of middle-aged. You have to totally change your perspective now. As you get older, it's weird. You still have this built-in image of people. I'm always, thinking of certain people in certain categories, and I have to change their categories. Relatively old. My old captain said he got a draw. He studied the force draw line, got an equal position, and Nigel offered him a draw. So he didn't throw a tantrum like Kasparov. I've told you guys the story of the worst simul giver I was at ever. Michael Rode did a simul at my chess club when I was a kid. Teenager. A young teenager. I was probably like 14. And, you know, he was like angry because the simul was taking too long. So he just like started to get pissed off, and at some point he wanted to like adjudicate the games. Like, this is a draw, this is a win, this is a draw, this is a win. Just end the games. It was really weird, man. Everyone hated him. It was very strange. Did not go well. That is surprising, though. That is surprising, Arsenal fan. I think a simul giver offering a draw. I mean, okay, it has to happen in some games. I guess it was just a forced draw. What can you do? Unusual, I guess not surprising, just not that common. That's usual for me in my online simuls. We have lots of draws around here. Man, everybody plays this, whatever you call this. We had the same game. I had the same position. Dude, look it up in the database. Isn't this is this my game with Jula? Ijak Jula. It might be, if anybody wants to research this. The other day I had my game with Ijak Jula exactly on the board, and I said what black should do now. Looked it up after the game, and it was there. Paschall, Ijak, 2005, 1-0 in the opening Explorer. But it's funny because I had the exact same game against someone else like a week ago. Yeah, the government would never let those players come in from those migrant countries. Migrant worker, grandmasters, not allowed in the UK, probably. Yeah, you need to get some friends from like Iceland or something, Arsenal fan. So the computer is like G takes F. That's the move I remember because it's, you know, it's counterintuitive in a general sense. You wouldn't expect that. But if you understand the importance of the C5 break, this is my exact position against Jula. You have to play GF there, or it's clearly the best move. But Jula didn't find it either. He's a strong IM, you know, 2400 plus. But I did win a nice game from this position. Wasn't easy, but I ground him down. But what I don't get is, like, where is this variation coming from theoretically? Like, is there some book that recommends people to play this? Because as far as I know, it doesn't even have a name. You know, I've never seen it like recommended in a book. Yet, I mean, I've faced it millions of times. I guess the sequence is just like logical, and people just all reinvent the same wheel. I remember this kind of not that good chess coach I knew in Massachusetts. I won't name any names. He's not a particularly strong player. He was actually teaching his students to play this with black because I played one of them. And I was just sort of astounded. Because it's really not a good system. Now, do we go here or here? What's the difference between bishop d3 or even b1 for that matter needs to be considered? Is there any advantage in bishop c2 or bishop d3? You can consider the tile like queen c4. No, I don't know. It would keep an eye on the a6 pawn if I go to d3, I guess. Instantly best move. The only move. Huh. No, I kind of wonder if I didn't make a mistake. The other bishop move would have made a difference. Unclear. Bishop takes f3 is really critical. This is another advantage of bishop d3. My bishop's protected here. I can also saw off the a6 pawn though. At some risk. Bishop takes f3 was very important. Well, you looked it up? It's not semi-Slav, that's wrong. What's up with the a6 pawn? You take on f3? A huge moment. I don't know what to play. I could take on a6 there. Bishop takes f3, gf, but it really weakens my king side. They need to have like stonewall attack style stuff with rook f6, queen h4. That's pretty dangerous. This is much safer for me. I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah, he's in trouble here. I think bishop takes f3 would have bailed him out, you know? Bishop f3, bishop e6 check, king h8, queen f3, pawn takes d4, rook d1. He probably gets into an ops color bishop position with good drawing chances. What do you know? Too much. You know too much already. Rook takes d5, queen b5, pawn b5 is kind of interesting. That gives him a dangerous pass pawn too, though. Tactical endgame. Technical. Technically. This is not the easiest endgame. But there are some positive features. Like that. I like the fact that his pawn is fixed on the wrong color. I mean, his pawn's here. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't go for the rook trade in general. Of course, Excel Poker, but the problem is he did have those pawns on f5 and a5. My rook was like a monster there. I'm not sure if he could have, you know... I'm not sure if he could navigate, but I agree. He should try to avoid the exchange of rooks. Guven Kurt. I'm in Budapest on the weekend for 2 weeks. Want to grab some coffee or a beer? Are you inviting me? Alright, he resigned. Yeah, maybe send me a message. He's asking me for a date on the stream. I'm just kidding, man. What's up? So, Guven Kurt lives in Budapest, or used to. Are you not living here anymore? You went back to Turkey? I didn't know. You live in Berlin. You live in Berlin for 3 years? What? I didn't know that. Wow. Damn, you've been watching my streams? Or, you mean you didn't live here? Really? You've been watching my stream for long enough that it was 3 years ago? No way. There's no way, really? I mean, I know I've been streaming and doing this for 5 years now. Oh, you discovered me when you were living in Tokyo. Alright. I thought you were living here. What, that was even before? I got challenges from Hey It's Miro, Arsenal fan. I've got a pretty busy schedule, but send me a message. Maybe we can meet. Hey It's Miro. Alright. Serious game now. But lately Miro's been soft. He's like melting down in time pressure. I told him that he hasn't been as tough as usual lately. When it gets really, you know, tense in time pressure and whatnot. I love that I can like sit here as long as I want on the first move in the casual games, and my clock isn't running. That's weird. Oh, Excel Poker wants the Alyakin. Oh yeah, we've had a couple games with Hey It's Miro here. Excel Poker, do you play the Alyakin? Or do you just like to see people like impale themselves? He's played this a number of times against me. Yeah, last time we had a variation where I blundered, but he didn't take advantage of it. Then I had the same position again a little bit later. Arsenal likes the 4 pawns attack. You only play it by accident? So I guess this was the same variation we had a couple times. Honestly, I think he has other lines that are better. That's funny, Arsenal. Tate played... I thought I saw Tate play the A4 variation. Yeah, I definitely remember him doing that. Or maybe it's knight f3, a4. Emery used to play some really crazy shit. He played some kind of early a4 against people. He loved weird stuff. Yeah, dude. Well, I won't tell all my Tate stories. It was always interesting. I'll admit that about the guy. Always some kind of drama going on when he was around. So I'm supposed to play... Right. Yeah, it's fun, you know? There's too many, like, boring nerds who play chess. A lot of people will probably put me in that category, but I'm actually not that bad. Though I'm getting more nerd-like in my old age. Let's see, C5. Uh-oh. Dude, what the heck is that? What? This must be some kind of secret preparation. Hey, it's Miro. Are you spending time doing your opening prep with Astrobait or something? What the heck is that? Is that a mouse slip? That can't be right. So it's just gonna be like take bishop e3 and you sit there? Weird. How wrong can it be? Normally Hayes Miro is very like well prepared, so I'm a little suspicious that this is not just a random move. But I've certainly never faced it before. How bad can it be? Horrible? Horrible. Terrible. Delicious. We've got to consider bishop takes c3, right? Hayes Miro's favorite move, and princess chess. Missed win last night. Being tired more than usual. Lazarus, it was a weird game. Thought you were better. You made a fantastic pawn sacrifice that was behind the curtain. I didn't go for knight takes g4, queen h4 check because I feared serious attacking chances. Bishop takes c3, bc, knight d5. I can't do that with a clear conscience. I'm suspicious this is some weird prep. Probably not, though. Now you start thinking. It was a good game against Lazarus. I battled back. Queen a5. Queen a5 is always bad, that's what I say. b6 would be a good move, but he hammers my c6 knight. I mean, this looks like a good position. Why should black have problems here? Queen a5, blank, blankety blank. Damn. So there's the problem. What do we play in this position? Something like rook c8? Is white threatening? Are you threatening me? A little Beavis and Butthead. I don't know. You'd consider b6, but we get rifled on the diagonal with bishop b5. I don't know if I can protect that enough. He's got bishop b5, queen a4. So it's problematic. I could just play something like knight e5, maybe, you know, objectively. Maybe that's better, just kind of clearing it out. I don't know what to do, you know. When in doubt, trade pieces would be my advice to the uninitiated. I don't see anything clear here. I'm kind of congested. And queen a5, knight d2 look really awkward. That's my main problem. There's also stuff like my bishop not having squares, you know, g4 could hit me. I have to play bishop e6. Bishop takes c3 is just a problem in itself. You don't really ever want to do that with the queens on the board. That's what Smiro allowed me an exchange sack last time. Can you leave me alone, please? Queen b3? Who said queen b3 and the b7 pawn is a problem? How dare you say that even? Alright, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. But whatever it is, it's dumb. This is like genius preparation by white. The heck is this? He must have found this somewhere in Chessable. I don't know the line that well, but it looks wrong. D takes c5. I thought I was okay, this queen b3 move. I probably have to play some awkward move like knight a5 and I'm okay. But that doesn't look appealing. Looks like I'm in trouble here. It's gonna be like my game with Excel Poker yesterday. Jeez. Draw? Should I offer a draw? You said rook b1. Oh, you mean after bc. Yeah, that's a different position. But you did highlight the b7 pawn as the key weak point in black's position. So I don't know. I'm just down on time again. And I don't like this. I spent like 2 minutes on playing knight on d e5. The whole point was to attack his c5 pawn. So that was a fail. Did I not expect that move? Whoa. I did not expect that move. Man, this is ugly. That's even worse. He was like winning with 95. I think he's just winning. 95 and the knight is just all over my face. I don't know, Hayesmere has this getting nervous and my time pressure thing going on. Or anybody's time pressure. I think you're just totally winning. Right? You're not totally winning. Maybe here you are. Yeah. So I blundered now, but I had 8 seconds. I didn't see it. I have to play queen e8 to keep this protected. I couldn't find the square. It never entered my mind to play queen e8. It just wasn't on my radar at all. I looked at every other square except for e8. It's weird. I mean, I've played that move many times in like the King's Indian and the Dragon. For some reason, this position, it didn't occur to me. Catalan. Yeah. And I think I'm lost after queen a5, knight here. Because this falls, you're threatening knight f5. If I played this, you take, check, and then here. And now like bishop d4. And I looked at this, right? The best variation is this, like made in one. That's really sick. $95 and Rookie 8 doesn't even work. Well, maybe. I can play Rookie 8. But I have a bad feeling about this. I mean, the first thing is that his knight is super strong, and the second thing is that that pawn is super strong. So, yeah, it looks like Excel Poker's right. I can hang on momentarily, but maybe not. Maybe I has 97 check and Queen A8. It's over. It's a back rank clearance sale. Oh man, how sick is that? You know, like I've got all these pieces and none of them can defend. I have this move, and then take here. This sad, very sad situation. Oh man, yeah. So what's this secret move? C5. It's a bluff. It was just a bluff. Interesting. I never considered trading queens. It's inherently illogical to give up the open file. But it certainly would reduce white's attacking chances. Wow, the guy took on c3. As I said earlier, trading on c3 with the queens off the board is different. You can do this now, like this Georgian guy did. Yeah, I mean, this is totally playable. I mean, you have knight a4 here. It's probably about equal. Well, Engine says black's actually better, and he went on to lose. Trading queens is the refutation. No, my move is even better. So Queen A5 works. Damn. I played the second best move. My problem is that I thought you have knight d2 here. Damn. And then I have bishop e6, which I saw at the last moment when we were talking about the position only. I didn't see this while we were playing the game. I saw it just a minute ago in my mind. And I hallucinated you had two knights. Yeah, I hallucinated your knight was still on f3, so you could go here now. You had another knight that could go to g5 and attack my bishop on e6. Even that wouldn't be great, because I could just take on c5. So man, it doesn't work. Alright, good game. Bad blunders. He was winning. Yeah, knight d5 just wins. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, my best defense is knight d5, bishop e6, knight e7 check, king h8. I thought bishop d4. But that's apparently not the best move. You have even stronger, less obvious moves. Alright, Arsenal fan. Great Lazarus, Excel Poker. Excel Poker is next. He keeps getting kicked off the list. I should have taken his challenge probably already. Thanks guys for being subscribers. I don't know, Miro, it's late for him. He's on Alaskan time, so it's hard to play when it's like 2 in the morning. And I guess maybe, hey Miro, maybe it's that you started working again. You're burned out or something. You've been playing like badly in time pressure lately. Alright, let's play e6. I haven't played this in a while. Someone, Trans Girl Chess, was talking about the English defense. You know, it occurred to me, like, I forgot to play the English defense for a long time. New job helping. Well, it might help if you're, like, depressed or something. I'm not sure it's going to give people more energy to go to work, though. I just noticed Miro's blitz play has fallen off. Yeah, I mean, knight d5 was a really obvious move. I was like, I'm dead here. Mr. Sohan, wow. Mr. Sohan with a very rare day off. Subscribe to Tier 1. Thanks yesterday. As I said on the stream the other day, no, you didn't tell me what happened with your old job. A3. So we had the eternal debate between F5 and G6. This is my win against Alexander Onishuk. Oh shit. Your boss was embezzling. Hopefully you didn't get wrapped up in that. Damn. Of course, Lazarus. F5 is the main line. I haven't played the English defense in ages. And I don't know why. When Transgirl Chess pleaded against me and then asked about what do I think about the English defense, I started to think about it and I was like, holy shit, I realized that like I must have played the English defense like 15, 20 games and I only lost once that I could recall. That's like an unbelievable score. I mean, I seriously only remember losing one game in the English defense, which is insane. I mean, there must be another game that I forgot somewhere. But I was like, played it for years, between like 2000 and maybe between 99 and like 2007. I was playing English defense all through that era. But I'm not talking about English opening. We're talking about English defense. D4, E6. But to have like 20 games and only lose one with black is an insane result. I can only recall losing to Novikov. Maybe there's another one I lost. But practically speaking, I have an incredible result with this. Now, we just got a hippo. But I mean, A3 doesn't really do much for white in the hippo. So that's my attempt at justifying the hippo. Yeah, I guess we play C5. This might be a blunder. Who the heck knows? Okay, now it's just a weird Benoni. Masturbate. What's the first rule of Benoni, Arsenal? Bad Benoni. Keep your comments to yourself. No Benoni is a bad Benoni. Wait, what? The number one rule of Benoni Club. I was just kidding about that diagonal. Wow, B5 is interesting here. Spicy. Damn, dude. Dude, that's crazy. Hey, man. The first rule of Benoni Club is don't tell your wife you went to play chess. Alright, he makes a very clever little move there. Queen a5. This is a messed up position, seriously. Queen a5. Castles. That sucks. Never play queen a5. Never get out of the boat. I mentioned this yesterday. Calm and collected defense from Excel Poker. 92, saving the day. Alright, well, sadly, queen a5, he castles and he's out of the woods. I guess I just have to develop my pieces. That's all there is to it. Secondary rule of Benoni Club: put your other knight on e5. This is a good hippo. I mean, this wasn't bad for a hippo, seriously. The rule number 2 is if you can play b5, play it. But the number one thing to avoid in the Benoni is that bishop on b7 getting really stuck. You definitely don't want that to happen. I'm not sure that I'm that much better here. He's managed to kind of like plug up the holes in his position, and he doesn't have a bad piece. He traded off his bad bishop theoretically. He's a little loose, but I also have to watch this d6 pawn. It's not that clear that white is worse or overextended. But there's no way that I should be worse. I mean, I guess ultimately I could be if he just has this pawn cramping me, you know, but I mean his pawns are a little weaker than my one weakness on d6. The thing I wanted to do was bring this back to c8. I could have played that last move, but he has like knight g3, just flat out blocking it. That was probably not a bad plan though. Bishop c8, knight g3, make him put his knight on a bad square. Obviously g4 is weakening. Too many options here, really. He chose to keep it simple. We're playing cheesy noob, lover of knights. Give him the choice of a knight or a bishop. You do not like that at all. Uh-oh. Like what? Bishop takes c3, anybody? No. Am I okay here? Should be okay here. You don't like him taking on e5? I think it's not that bad. Two knights tend to work pretty well. But I agree it's in general counterintuitive. Well, I mean he planned it when he played the previous move. Rook b1. Yeah, maybe he could have played f4. I don't know. He had other options. Black optically looks much better, but I know how durable these knights can be. Plus the symmetrical structure. I don't have any pass pawn or anything for my bishops to push down the board. 5's reasonable. Now what do I do? Reorganize. I do have, let's see, queen h4. That's not happening, unfortunately. Yeah, queen h4, rook f4. This is really annoying. I could take an f5. It's actually not that bad. Damn it, he has a move there? He lost on time, but it looks like he's still alive. I'm threatening f4, but I think he can sidestep it. Yeah, but he had... If I play f4 right away, I thought he had knight e4 and he's just like holding it. Apparently I'm winning. They're both good. It was better to play f4. I thought he was defending here. I missed that this wins. I didn't think it was enough. But it looks like I'm winning. So I can play bishop d4 on the next move. Then like here. Here. He's just in the eternal pins. Yeah. But he was okay. You sacked the exchange here or something? Rook e1. Wow. Knight g5. Rook e1. Yeah, this is kind of messy. He has the big knight. For example. There was interesting chances. Arsenal fan. 2288 in rapid. I got a 3-0 challenge, guys. That's too fast. So I'll take the guys who are subscribers first. Arsenal fan, Lazarus, Mr. Slow. Yeah, that was a classic game. But that's why I argue that playing positions with the space advantage is hard in Blitz. It's easier to be the guy with the, you know, hyper modern position. That's why the hippo, the hedgehog, you know, it's like white has to manage that space advantage without overextending himself. Hyper modern style play is easier to do, I think, at least for me. All right, what do we got? I got another 45 minutes to play, guys. Arsenal's tough. Setting up all the pins, yeah. We like to make bowling references. But rooks are for bowling, ham for free. Let's do the acerbate attack. But I don't know about f4 here. You know, the problem is, like, none of Acerbate's opponents play this proper line. Acerbate, how many times have you played the Vienna? Almost everyone plays the wrong line there. No one, you know, he never gets this position. I know everyone's playing Queen f3 now. Arsenal, did I play this against you? I had a game with somebody recently. It wasn't you, was it? Oh, you know. You know what you're doing. What happens on bishop g5 here? Queen b6? Can't be a move. Want to try something. Bishop g5, bishop e7. Bishop, what does he play there? Is it possible that c5 is a mistake right away? Or is that the right move? I never play the Vienna, I'm just playing for fun. Yes, but you don't get enough players who play this line. This is the critical variation. You know, knight f3. This is trendy now, queen f3. Computer says it's the best move. That's why all these people started playing queen f3. It just feels so wrong, fundamentally. How can this be the right move for white? I get it. I mean, it attacks this pawn, but usually opening moves early on are very in keeping with general principles. I mean, moving the queen to f3 being the best move is surprising. It's a very rare exception. I mean, queen f6 in Latvian was for 100 years the main line, and now we know it's not the best move, according to the computer. Holy shit. Queen b6. Now that is an unexpected and unpleasant rejoinder. Interesting stuff going on here. Queen d5, queen b2. I gotta try this. How does this work? We gotta try this. Great Lazarus, I'm gonna kill you. Like, really? How can you say that out loud? Guys, this is the second time today somebody gave away a key line. You guys have to stop that. Can't control themselves. Alright. Anyway, he would have probably seen it. So this is it. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully Arsenal is not winning with some secret move I missed. This is Open Mind stream. Giving away all my secret moves. Earlier in the stream, Drewgoal pointed out a move that almost won a piece for my opponent while he had 4 minutes and I had like 30 seconds. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm facing like better than 4-1 time odds and my opponent is getting hints from the gallery. Luckily I survived. Now what? I mean, is bishop c4? Is bishop c4 a good move, maybe? Bishop c4, queen b2. I mean, I'll just castle. If I take, I'm giving up a lot positionally long term. But bishop c4, for example, queen b2, castles, bishop c4, queen c2. I mean, I kind of like this. He has secret move knight b4 check, but I can defend. I feel like this is counterintuitive. But if I play bishop c6, queen c6, I feel like black's definitely okay. Maybe it was a bad judgment, though. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, you know? Bishop takes c6. He might take with the pawn, too. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I mean, bishop takes c6, queen c6, c4, and he still has problems. You know, I bet at the end of the day, I should have just kept it simple. At least my king is relatively safe. There's no danger for black whatsoever here. How long's the queue? Well, you never know, because like people like pop in and pop out, and the line just bounces up and down. Vague is challenging me to the wrong time control. That was the Master Strength 1200, right? I gotta get challenges that are 5+3. Great Lazarus appears to be next. But at least in this case, Great Lazarus gave away an idea for me, not for my opponent almost winning a piece. That's the worst. That was a miracle, though, that I had a defense there. I don't think I'm really interested in trading queens if I can avoid it. So what's the best move? Queen g4, queen e4, queen e4. He gets me off of the f7. His idea is queen d5, you know, c4 to trade queens. So queen g4, h5 would weaken his king side, but at least get his rook in the game. So I gotta make a decision here. Yeah. It looks like queen e4. Yeah, there's something to be said for having played queen g4, though. Because h5 would weaken his king side. Maybe I should have played queen g4, induced h5, and then played back to e4. Because then his king side's seriously messed up. Queen g4, h5, queen e4, and I'm threatening e6, and then the g6 square is like fatally weakened. Objectively, that was actually better. So he plays that. Now if he had played h5, he would be like lost after e6. But now he can play f6 there and survive. Damn. Nice job. Nice defense. Damn it. I didn't think he could do that. Wow. Just castles. Brisk cheetah. We have obvious attacking chances. You were key rushed by a brisk cheetah. I take the challenges from the subscribers, and then the remainder goes in the queue. Arsenal fan has a really annoyingly tough D going on today. Damn. He's super fast. Bishop f2. Wow. That's a messed up move. Now I'm down a pawn. And he's so much faster than me. I have to say, he's incredibly fast. Man, you missed mate in 1, mate in 3, mate in 4. It's unbelievable. Well, it is believable because he's so fast. He's like Speedy Gonzalez on the clock. Of course, he missed a mate in 4. Queen A1 mate. Mate ideas. Damn. Another great defense. Pac-Man ambulance on the way. Dude, how are you so fast? Doesn't even have a high bullet rating. He's very fast. Whoa. Jesus Christ, dude. Use like negative time on your moves and stuff. He defends like God, using 0 time at all. It's crazy. I mean, look at his bullet rating. It's really low. 2,000. You're faster than most 2200 bullet players. For this speed, the guy defended an endgame against like an international master like perfectly. and practically gain time every move. It's extremely low. 2,000. When his other ratings are like 2288, 2162. Free pawn? What free pawn? Oh, I had rook takes h4. What? He gave me rook takes h4. I gave up. Damn. I was never winning till that. Man, he's so fast. I blundered. He also blundered earlier? Oh, earlier. This is when I had... Yeah, that's weird. But I mean, never should have been a win. I was never winning, like, the whole game. I don't get this, why this isn't a move here. He's not supposed to play knight takes c3, though. Yeah, bishop g5 is strong. Queen b6 is best move. So, Great Lazarus is right. I mean, this is like the best line. He's basically sacking a pawn. But from my perspective, this is the important moment now. Deciding between bishop c4 and bishop takes c6 check. The computer is basically giving me an exclamation for bishop c4. Anyway, I guess I missed the win somewhere. Queen g4 instead of queen e4. I was winning here. Queen h5. He got fancy. What? I have rook f2? Oh, I have a back rank mate. Yeah, that's stupid. Why would you play bishop f2 anyway? You're doing okay here. Yeah, he got fancy there. I was worried about this situation. Yeah, not really well played there by both of us. You're actually winning. Unbelievable. I'm like paralyzed to the stupid bishop. So we didn't play that well there. Alright. Mr. Slowhand is up next. Mule Skinner's in the house. Guys, please subscribe if you like to play first. Otherwise, I take the subscriber challenges. Man. Yeah. So, well, at least I played the opening right. Watch the VOD. He keeps resetting. It's not resetting the queue. You eventually come back. You just have to wait a while for it to show up. You should come back. Although, actually, I'm not sure about it. It's like if you leave the... I guess if you leave the queue, that's a problem. I mean, if you leave the close your tab or whatever, something's happening. Like, Excel Poker was like first on the list, and then 10 minutes later, he was like fourth. Yeah, it's a problem with keeping the tab. Takes bishop c5. I can play. But this is normal. White is black and black is white in a c3 Sicilian. It's like a d6 c3 Sicilian. Shouldn't be great for white, but he's probably okay. Yeah. Well, your challenges don't count until you challenge me with the right time control. And then I'm still playing the subscribers. So there may not be anybody who's not a subscriber that gets to play today. You're happy you're playing the theoretical white side, right? Yeah, I guess, you know, I'm happy. With black, I'm happy to see d3. Everybody plays d4 here. No, knight f3 is a move, too. I mean, d3 is like the third best move for white in this position. So, of course, we're happy. But I was wondering if I should play a Mora gambit here. Like, theoretically, you could play bishop c5. You know, I'm not a fan of the Mora gambit, but it's an interesting idea there. You got to at least consider it. Now, some people might prefer to play that move. Yabatis, who's missing in action, a little worried about him. A3. It's a Jim. It's a Jim defense reversed. Great Lazarus is very strong and very tricky. He's got some weird opening ideas. After A3, though, like, why would I bother playing H6? That's a good question. An extremely good question. Why would I bother doing that? A4 is interesting. So that's the plan. And there's still a point to H6. But I see he wants to play B4. Even bishop G4 is interesting. Yeah, let's try something different. Right. Trading the central pawn. Freeing the knight square, yeah. Yeah, he can wait. He doesn't have to play c takes d5. I mean, I don't know about this endgame, though. I mean, honestly, he can sack a pawn, maybe, or he can play that endgame. Queen c7 is a move. I decided to play, you know, something a little different. This seems wrong for white. Interesting, though. Wow, that's unbelievable. I mean, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop g2 is interesting, but this is really amazing idea. I think if white hadn't played a3, this would be really believable. But I mean, a3 and then to do this? Can you seriously? Really? Can that be for reals? I mean, what a concept. You're basically throwing away your extra move advantage with a3. Incredible. Incredible or credible. I just have to take with the pawn, probably. Knight takes f4 is too strong. Or I go back. Knight takes f4. Okay, I can play bishop d6. I'm just not impressed by this, for me. Knight takes f4 just gives him too much play. That's insane. You have to be a freaking genius to come up with this. 2100. He's 2383 in rapid. He crushed the tournament last week. Our weekly tournament. Wow. I expected bishop takes instead before. That's rook c8 is interesting, but then knight c3. I don't know what to even do. It's pretty sick. It's really amazing by white. And he uses no time to do it. And now I'm just worse. I mean, I don't understand how he's 2100 in Blitz. He crushed the tournament with a 2550 performance on Tuesday. 26, like a 2600 performance in the Tuesday Rapid tournament. Okay, in Rapid he's 2300, which is believable. But man, I mean, he was like 26, 6.5 out of 7. So I don't know what his deal is. Maybe he plays when he's drunk sometimes, but he's really a strong master. This is an extremely creative opening by white. Yesterday he lost on blunders. Too creative for his own good, maybe. I have a little bit of that. This should be a draw, I guess. He misplayed the endgame against me yesterday. So I guess endgames are his weakness. You know, now he was a little inconsistent. No, he's not an IM, but I mean, he's definitely master strength in a lot of aspects. Clearly, this is a draw now. But I'm happy because I was worse. And the opening is incredible. Look what he did here. Reversed, c3 Sicilian, black is okay. Then this move. That should be a mistake, but it's not really bad. Then I get creative with bishop g4 on check. What is that? Where does this even come from? Wow, I mean, what a move. 12 CPL for both sides. 2 inaccuracies. But d4 is insane. Well, you never had a win, but you had a strong position, apparently. I mean, who the heck plays d4 in this position? That's crazy. And then bishop takes f3 is my third best move here. He can even play bishop takes f3. But my problem was this position. I spent 2 minutes and 50 seconds on this move. White is fully equal. It looks like in order to equalize, I have to play e takes d4, which I almost did. It's just a Caro-Kann. Now white's better. I was terrified of queen e2. I'm hanging on there, barely. And now you're just better. A pawn down and better, but you know, you're supposed to play like bishop d4. Mr. Slow. That is an incredible game, man. Very interesting player, to say the least. Great Lazarus. Not clear about his strength. I can't figure him out. But he seems way stronger than his blitz rating here. Mr. Slowhand. We'll play like Lazarus. But I mean, the d4 move takes an immense creativity. I mean, you just played d3, and now you're playing a Caro-Kann style gambit. Boring is my middle name. This is kind of boring, this Botvinnik attack. I'm glad he played that, because against e5, what do we got? It's just the King's Indian. Well, whatever. Either way is good for black. It's fine for black. Either of those systems. This is a bit of a weird move for me. I get it, but why is e6 necessary here? It's not really necessary to play e6. How can I take advantage of that? Well, he can't use the e6 square for his knight. I mean, that's his own problem. e4 is a move, bishop e3 is a move, rook b1 is a move. A lot of moves. Just trying to decide what I want to do here. I don't know. I mean, it's like, seems like black played an unnecessary e6. I guess it's nothing major. Well, e5 will be a tempo down. I don't know what I can do to take advantage of e6. Nothing special. It's just a move. Otherwise, it looks very standard. I never know whether to put my king on h2 or h1. Positions like this. Once I lost against Kaidanov with white in this type of position, but he didn't play e6. Actually, Mr. Slow did something strange there. He didn't play knight d4. I mean, I should have probably played it right away. Although that is how I lost against Kaidanov. But it was a different position where he didn't play e6. The whole point was his knight comes like that. So I guess I should have played d4 right away. But black does have some weird moves like queen b6. It's probably not that great. Yeah, this is a mistake, man. I should have played d4, and I'm probably better. Mr. Slow should have played knight d4, and I just like didn't react immediately. I just didn't expect him to not play knight d4, and then when he didn't play knight d4, I forgot what I was thinking. So we both made mistakes here. Pretty serious errors. He's hanging the d6 pawn. But I guess there's a plan of some sort. I don't know. Like most people, he's playing too fast. It's a good thing I played rook b1. He's not hanging the pawn. That's the point. Nice. So all we have is micro advantage. Micro. Not much. But bishop's stronger than the knight here. I mean, there's no question. Absolutely. Without a doubt. The bishop is stronger than the knight. Is e5 a good move? Maybe. I don't know. We're very slightly better. Don't ask me about Mr. Slowhand's rating. He's special 1800. Professional sandbagger. Maybe I should consider taking with the queen. It's not enough that he's like super solid, but he's also 3 times faster than me. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you're like, problem with playing BLITZ on board of playing plus ink games for online. So I play 3-0. As a 53-year-old grandpa, I'm slow. Slow. Almost as old as you. I feel your pain. Some pretty fast grandpas out there. Mr. Slow doesn't play like grandpa. His name is even Mr. Slow. It's kind of funny. I'm not a grandpa, but I feel like one. Alright. You are what you feel like, right? Play like a grandpa. You are a grandpa. Jesus. Almost hung a rook. Man, this is terrible. I'm starting to feel like I'm worse here. Damn. Having hallucinations? Wow. This is crazy. He's 1800, I'm 2430. He has 3 minutes, I have 14 seconds. He's finding hyper subtle move here. Jesus. I hated my position. Correction. I hated my position. I still don't like it. Whoa. Alright, that's what I do. I mean, I use my time. I try to find something. If I don't find something, you know, we're down to our increments, and here we are. I didn't find anything. Nice to meet you, Grandpa. Man, makes you want to play the Botvinnik variation more, doesn't it? Mr. Slow is a very good player, but I think he also jettisons his rating when he's not playing me to make me look bad. He's easily the strongest 1800 on Lead Chess. Maybe not the strongest non-computer 1800. Jesus. Close to lost here. Wow. He just systematically outplayed me for move 22 on. Look at the graph. I thought I was holding on. Peter says I'm lost. It looks like here I really blundered. Okay, it's a tough endgame. He has a minute and I have 10 seconds. And I mean, maybe it's a draw, but... I missed rook d4. No. Yeah, perhaps there's some active move. Because I could go after this. I mean, it looks really scary, though. These pawns. Yeah, I mean, if white is like extremely precise, I can hold the game. According to the computer. I was clearly better. And you're fine after this. Rook f2 was a strong move. Yeah, not very well played by me. Not very well played at the end. Very nice endgame by Mr. Slow. Impressive time use. Destiny Dragon, Vague, blah blah blah. Cheesemate, Mule Skinner. I don't understand the list, man. I mean, Mule Skinner was here before Cheesemate, and as far as I know, and clearly, last game, guys, I gotta go. Clearly, he just like got reversed. I don't understand, man. The challenge list is just totally random. You're not a subscriber to my stream. All of these people I'm playing have become Twitch subscribers. I haven't played anybody who's not a subscriber to Twitch. I would if I had time. But, that's why. I always try to take the subscriber players on Mondays and Wednesdays first. Usually I don't have so many. But today we didn't have time to get to any of the non-subscribers. Don't hang on. Give him hope, Asterbate. So g6. Yeah, I mean I have to leave. Destiny Dragon. Cheesemate was trying to challenge me too, but he just got on. This is a good line for black. What's up, Cheesemate? Wherever you are out there. I already lost one game. I don't want to play Cheesemate too. Man, Mr. Slow is really bringing it today. It's sort of insipid, that the whole Botvinnik system. It's pretty boring. I really don't enjoy playing it. But I play different stuff. I try to mix it up. Hadn't played that in a while against anybody. But frankly, wasn't a great choice. I did get a good position. He made some mistakes. And I forgot when I took on b5, he's just defending his d6 pawn. It's ridiculous. Still, I had a good game. Missed rook f2. And then collapsed in the endgame. So here I don't know. I mean, I guess a4. Extremely slow today. Yeah, Cheesemate. We had a raid yesterday during my simul stream. I don't know if you were there, but Art Vega raided me. I suggested your idea. We should have like a team battle sometime. He was like, yeah, that's a cool idea. But like, you know, some people are streaming primarily, and I'm doing other stuff too. I don't have that much time to set up like other events, so we'll see what my schedule would allow. I'd like to do something like that. Maybe art. But guys, last game for today. I gotta go. Really depressing loss against Mr. Slow. But he's so fast. Everybody's so fast. I guess I'm the only person in the world who doesn't play like bullet chess. So it's like I'm not clicking fast, and I get myself in time pressure. Interesting game here. With Mule Skinner, we have 259 games. This is game 260. He hasn't been around much. But I'm concerned about knight d2, rook b4. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should. That's a crazy variation. Knight d2, rook b4, take, knight a2, knight c5, knight b4. I guess we'll go for it. Huh. He didn't do it. After all that worry, didn't go for it. I never remember, for example, getting this line where there was an early queen trade like this. Having played this for like 20 plus years, I never remember having that happen. Queen b3, rook b3. Generally speaking, I don't want to trade pieces with the space advantage, and black has good counterplay on the b file. I really don't think that this line is a critical test of the bank, though. Most people claim that they feel the accepted Benko. I also recommend f3 or e3, but all that stuff requires a lot of preparation. This line is just easy to play for white, but I don't think it's really that great. I mean, frankly, f6 looks like a mistake, but perhaps it's not that bad. He can always play f5. Bishop d2, staying centralized. Or bishop h4. Or even c1. I mean, defending my b2 pawn. Probably not a bad idea. So f5 is temporary. Yo. Nice. Bishop g4, f5. Take. Jeez. I don't really like this. Why is everybody so good? f6. Amazing move. It's clearly just not my day today. I have no idea what I'm thinking here. Queen trades are not welcome in this position. If I'm black and I'm defending with less space, queen trades are welcome, but I'm playing with a space advantage. I don't want to trade queens. It looks like rook a4 was a mistake. I should have played knight d2. Maybe with the idea of knight a4 or rook a4. Rook a4 is a clear mistake. Now, queens off the board helps him. Just a bad decision. I mean, I'm backward on the b file, and my space advantage means a lot less with the queens off the board. It's possible that I'm just worse here. Very possible that I'm worse. f6 looks like a stupid move, but it's actually probably a good idea. I mean, it looks stupid temporarily, but his bishop isn't condemned forever. It will come out with f5. I mean, I'm expecting him to play f5 right away. I think you got to ask yourself, why not f5? Why not? That's the point. Yeah. Yeah, you have some slight weaknesses, but it's nothing major. Bishop d1. Got the Arsenal fan attack. I have to defend my d5 pawn. Well, I have to think about it, you know. It's a consideration. Not tonight, honey, I have a headache. Can we just end this? Bishop g7, king g7, rook e1. Am I better? Do I have something here? I feel like I could have taken a draw there. I was going to take a draw, and I'm like, well, we might have something here. I have this. I was convinced I was slightly worse, but I may have been overly pessimistic. I am often. Rook takes check is possible. It's hard to argue with that move. It breaks his pawn structure. I mean, he has knight f3 check, but I can probably deal with that. There's also rook e3. Not even sure if I want to do that, honestly. Let's just be materialistic. My pieces are very active here. Yeah, it was a good decision not to take a draw. I mean, win, lose, or draw, whatever. I think I was right. I made the right decision. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I should be winning. Maybe not anymore, though. Not sure if that was a good idea. Yeah, this looks... He has that. Holy crap. Bishop b6, I totally missed it, man. I'm missing everything. Mildly poisoned. A6 pawn. He dropped a piece. I was lucky this game. This was really messy. Alright, man. I gotta go, guys. Thanks for the games. Nice win for Mr. Slow. I will see everybody later. Take care, guys. Thanks for playing. Don't forget, check out tomorrow night. We're going to do like a Blitz tournament. I think we'll have standard 9-round Blitz tournament Tuesday night, 6:30 CEST. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one. And bye-bye.